Coming up, honoring the life of a University of Kentucky dance team member after her battle with cancer.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The University of Kentucky is celebrating the life of student and dance team member Kate Kaufling. Kaufling died earlier this month after being diagnosed last year with osteosarcoma. It's an aggressive form of bone cancer that mostly affects children, teens, and young adults. Her family has shared with us that Kate was known by everyone for her kindness, her smile, and her love for dance. Grayson Passmore takes us to the university's campus where the people who knew her say they vowed to live their lives with the same light Kate always did.
And to you, Kate, I love you and I miss you so much.
A 20-year-old nursing student and a UK dance team member, Kate Kaufling was a light in the lives of all who knew her, and even those who didn't.
She was infectious, and she danced everywhere she went, and her smile could light up a room, and everyone on this campus was affected by that, and even if they didn't know her personally, they knew her story.
Kate died on Easter Sunday after a battle with bone cancer. Her diagnosis in June of 2023 came as a shock to her twin sister, Abby. But Kate's spirit throughout her fight didn't surprise anyone.
She left behind a beautiful legacy on our campus, and to just see people willing to make a commitment to live that out this evening, we're just so grateful for everybody who came and joined.
Kate was a beloved member of Tri Delta. Chapter President Olivia Freeman says the turnout of hundreds of people who came out to celebrate Kate's life is a testament to the kindness and love she showed everyone. And now Freeman says they'll lean on each other, just like Kate would have wanted.
In this time, having sisters is the biggest blessing we could have had. Abby and Kate had each other as sisters, and we are just looking forward to coming together as sisters for Abby in this time.
In Lexington.
I can't wait to see you again and hope you know I am living and dancing for you. Love you, sis.
Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Kate's family says moving forward, they'll be making donations to Cincinnati Children's Hospital where she received treatment. Kate was a sophomore pursuing a degree in nursing. She was only 20 years old. Yesterday in Lexington, the Big Blue Nation put on a show, packing Rupp Arena for the introduction of new head men's basketball coach Mark Pope. Tonight, we are taking a closer look at his contract. Our sister station, WKYT, filed an open records request for Mark Pope's deal with UK. The 5-year agreement starts with $5 million for the first contract year, ending with $6 million in the final year. It also includes incentives for winning during the NCAA tournament, including $500,000 for winning the whole thing. Pope talked about his expectations to win during his speech in Rupp Arena yesterday.
We are here, our job here, our assignment is to go win banners in the Final Four, win national championships. That's our job. With those high expectations, inevitably is going to come criticism, but I don't want you guys to worry, because I'm on a group chat with every single one of my 96 championship teammates, and they will destroy me every time something goes wrong.
And tonight we are hearing from UK students about the new coach and their hopes for his future with the Cats.
I think Mark Pope is going to be good. He used to play here and won a championship here, and he said he's here to win banners, so I'm excited to watch him.
Some students shared they have never seen Pope's coaching style, but that's not stopping them from putting their hope in him for the coming seasons.
It is a mild Monday evening across the region. Also watching out for possibly a stray shower or maybe a thunderstorm up on First Alert Pinpoint Doppler. Most of us are dry at this hour. Had a thunderstorm over parts of Pike County earlier this evening, but for now we are dry. But notice close to Lexington, also Louisville. Watching out for a few stronger storms close to Frankfort, also close to Cynthiana. And these could possibly push into our northern, also our northwestern counties, close to I-64 or close to the Mountain Parkway as we go into the overnight hours, all thanks to a boundary that is still sitting close to the Ohio River, and that could spark maybe a few showers or a thunderstorm this evening, but most are dry, also mild. Most of us right now in the upper 60s to lower 70s, up to 76 in Jackson, 70 for Somerset, and 74 over in Pikeville. We see lows back in the middle to lower 60s. Again, a small chance of a stray shower or storm overnight, but higher rain chances are on the way for the middle of this week. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. An Eastern Kentucky prosecutor has resigned after his arrest Friday. Scott Blair's attorney, Ned Pillersdorf, confirmed Blair's resignation as the Commonwealth's attorney for Perry County, effective immediately. Attorney General Russell Coleman had called for his resignation last week. It comes after Blair was accused of doing favors for criminal defendants in return for meth and sexual favors. Pillersdorf also said Blair waived his right to a preliminary hearing and will remain in jail for the time being. He is charged with honest services wire fraud. Blair served as Commonwealth's attorney since 2019. Kentucky's Board of Education officially has a new commissioner who spent his career in Eastern Kentucky. The Senate approved Robbie Fletcher to take over the role. He has served as superintendent of Lawrence County Schools for the last decade. During Senate hearings, Fletcher stressed the need for schools to offer a safe environment where students are nurtured and provided a quality education. Fletcher will begin his new job on July 1st, and his contract is through 2028. Lawmakers in Frankfort passed a bill that looks to improve Kentucky students' math scores. House Bill 162 would create a new test for 4th through 8th graders to take. Students who fail would then receive an intervention. Teachers would also receive additional training and support to help students struggling in math. Administrators with Harlan County Schools have installed a new door lock system. That system is being used at Harlan County High School. It will allow administrators to maintain control with electronic access. There's also another safety measure administrators are looking to implement. HCS Police Chief Matt Cope says they will be installing a weapon detection system at the beginning of May.
These will be at every entrance that students come into. Every student will be screened when they come in the building. Every morning. It will allow us, the system will allow us to customize the sensitivity of the system. So if we're just checking for weapons, or if we need to turn it down to be more of a traditional metal detector, we do have the capability to do that.
Cope says they will have the system at Harlan County High School and will rotate another detector through other schools. Kentucky lawmakers are wrapping up their work for the 2024 legislative session. House Bill 5, also known as the Safer Kentucky Act, was signed by the Secretary of State today. It was passed Friday by way of a veto override. Now opponents of the bill are calling on prosecutors and judges to use discretion. The bill includes sweeping changes for criminal justice and spells out more punishment for repeat offenders and those who use guns in crimes. It has garnered support from families of crime victims.
We're just wanting to save families. You know, our family has been through so much with the death of my sister, and this law we feel is going to be the step in the right direction.
Opponents of the bill say they also fear it will end up increasing incarceration costs for much of the state. The Kentucky General Assembly concluded its session without advancing any anti-LGBTQ+ laws. The Fairness Campaign says advocates defeated 10 bills aimed at restricting the health, rights, and well-being of LGBTQ Kentuckians. Among the defeated bills were House Bill 47, which targeted local LGBTQ fairness ordinances, Senate Bill 147 focused on restricting drag performances, and Senate Bill 239 concerning a conscience clause for medical workers. Despite some bills making progress, none were signed into law. In Clark County, a first responder out of Winchester died last night after responding to a combative incident. Police say 73-year-old Sergeant William Jackson died from a health-related issue at UK Hospital. Winchester Police and the city's mayor took time this morning to say a prayer and mourn the loss of Jackson. People came by the police department to give their condolences, saying Sergeant Jackson was a true public servant.
He has been a pillar of this department, and a pillar in this community for many years.
Jackson had been serving the community since 1977. He was chief of the police department from 1989 to 2008. He retired for a year before coming back to work. Funeral arrangements for Jackson are still pending. Hundreds of people gathered at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex Saturday night for a recovery benefit concert. With two big names performing, Clint Black and Knott County native Tyra Madison. Event organizer Dustin Combs says the Knott County Community Foundation wanted to raise awareness for all they hope to do in the community, and says this was the first of hopefully many events they hope to host.
We hope to in the future be able to actually make money off of it, so that it's something that we can do more things to build our endowment, to offer more programming. But this first time it was really about getting the ball rolling, getting that opportunity started.
Event organizers say it was special to see so many people coming together to help build back in hopes of making their home a better place. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, jury selection gets underway in the first criminal trial for former President Donald Trump.
Plus, we are tracking some more warm weather tomorrow and possibly some storms by Wednesday. Your forecast coming up.